Tonight at the Grammys, the Staples Center surrounded by fans, not of music, but Lakers legend Kobe Bryant. Even some celebrities had a hard time keeping it together on the red carpet.
They told me what happened and my knees buckled and I just broke down.
Pro athletes fought back tears on basketball courts across America.
It's a very sad day.
20 years in the NBA, 5 championships, countless supporters.
This has been absolutely beautiful, you guys. I can't believe it's come to an end. You guys will always be in my heart.
Kobe Bryant, gone at age 41. Honoring an NBA icon, legend, and future Hall of Famer. The triad in the world reacts to losing Kobe Bryant and his 13-year-old daughter, Gianna. Here's what we know tonight. Bryant and his daughter were among 9 people killed when a helicopter crashed earlier today in California. There were no survivors. According to ESPN, they were traveling to a basketball game at the time. Now, 18 members of the National Transportation Safety Board are investigating the scene tonight. They plan to look into the pilot's history and maintenance records of the helicopter, trying to determine what caused the crash. WFMY News 2's Jessica Winters has the latest reaction from around the Triad and North Carolina.
Coach K was Kobe's head coach for USA Basketball in 2 Olympic Games. He said in a statement, "We have tragically lost one of the greatest sports figures of our time. He was an incredibly gifted person who was universally respected. This is a devastating loss made even more tragic by the passing of his daughter Gianna and all others on board." He's not the only North Carolinian remembering Kobe tonight.
Man, it's heartbreaking. This is a sad cruelty.
The Triad joins the world in mourning the loss of one of the greatest basketball players of all time.
It's tough to lose somebody like that in the basketball community and somebody to fill those shoes. You know, it's definitely heartbreaking for a lot of people to hear that news.
Impossible shoes to fill, according to Wake Forest sophomore Isaiah Musius.
Watching his games and, wanting to be Kobe, having all the shoes, I still got a bunch of Kobe's at the house. It was a guy that I grew up watching, and the stuff that he does looked effortless.
Bryant was a big name, and not just in basketball.
We have lost a basketball icon, and it means so much to so many people, not only as a basketball player, but what he did as a humanitarian. And he was doing big things, man. He was doing big things with his movies.
College basketball analyst Stan Luter says on and off the court, we all knew Kobe.
It's like a family member. It's like a very, very close family member because you've watched him grow up.
A sudden tragedy that calls for a wake-up call.
We do what we ought to do. We ought to all sit back today, tonight, get on our knees and thank the good Lord for our lives and our families and hug a friend.
Just an outpouring of condolences and also heartache. Michael Jordan said in part, "Words can't describe the pain I'm feeling. I loved Kobe like he was like a little brother to me." Wake Forest head coach Danny Manning wrote, "RIP to one of the greatest players, people, and fathers I've ever had the opportunity to play against and know. You helped elevate the game to new heights and motivated millions."
And not all tributes need words. Take a look at this powerful moment from today's Pro Bowl. During the game, several of the players took a moment to reenact Kobe's famous shake and step back jump shot. Almost all of us were impacted by him in some way, especially sports anchor Amanda Ferguson, who used to work for the NBA. Here's her 2 cents about what made number 24 so great.
Those times when you get up early and you work hard, those times when you stay up late and you work hard, those times when you don't feel like working, you're too tired, you don't want to push yourself, but you do it anyway. That is actually the dream. That's the dream. It's not the destination, it's the journey.
Kobe Bryant's journey on this earth is done. It's absolutely mind-blowing. Like many, I appreciate everything he's given to the game of basketball, the greatness we've seen on the court, but his inspiration went far beyond the game. His motivation can translate to any aspect of life. For me, the words you just heard from him are some of the words I've lived by for years. When I was trying to work my way into the television business, I set his quotes as the background on my phone to push me to work harder and understand that I had to make sacrifices to master my craft. As a sports journalist, it's our job to tell you the facts. We prepare for that, but we're never prepared for news like this. A death of an NBA legend. taken way too soon. Like so many of you, my stomach turned. It's hard to swallow. Kobe Bryant left us tragically at 41 years old, along with his 13-year-old daughter, Gianna. It's one of those moments that changes your perspective. Life's fragile. Hug the ones you love and take your shots while you're here, because we never know when the final buzzer will go off on our lives.